Okay. Someone said it's every time I'm pressing AC. That's because when I'm not down here, I turn it off. Okay. I really haven't even had the chance to read comments off of the last post that I made, but something was drawn to my attention about a girl, Moinat or something, I'm not for sure. So I know I don't owe anyone any explanation about what I do with my personal life. But I hope me saying this will be the last time I would have to ever even address this. I want you guys to understand the kind of person that I am. Leave APC aside. Leave Labour Party aside. Leave any of these political issues aside. I'm a human being first, before anything else. Before you even call me a mother, I'm a human being first. I'm a disciplinarian. I'm someone who tries to live her life the best way possible. I have never really gone into details about my past because I believe my past should remain my past. But I need you guys to understand that if I stand for something, there's a reason behind it. Okay? I was never chased out of my past relationship with my father's children. The father of my children, rather, sorry. I left voluntarily. I left wholeheartedly. No one stopped me from, or no one chased me away. It's been 10 years since I left that relationship, and I'm still very much appreciated till today. You want to go by?
Yeah.
You want to go outside?
Yes,
all right, go ahead. Just shut the door.
Okay.
Thank you. Are you guys done?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Let me explain something to you guys. I'm a firm believer in doing what is right. Do you understand? I left my last relationship because of too much infidelity, too much. It was just too much for me to bear. A relationship of almost a decade. I chose to walk away for my sanity and to still remain alive and be the greatest mother to my children. I don't want to have to involve my kids in this, and unfortunately, they're getting older. And as they say, internet never sleeps and internet never forgets anything. If me speaking up as part Nigerian would make someone cook up so much story, so much negativity, so much false story, just to make me look like a bad person or like a pretender or like someone who lives that life that they're used to. First of all, I'm from a polygamous home. Okay? Everybody knows what that entails. A lot went wrong in my past relationship. No one should please call me. Please don't call me. If you call me, I'm probably just going to block you off. Please don't call me. Look, let me speak my truth. Nobody can talk about me better than I can. Nobody. And I know these girls, you're beneath me to give you a response. But when you speak negatively about someone, it travels faster than good news. And I need to set this record straight. I work my ass off. Sick, well, everything. I'm a hard worker. If I open my mouth, all these people you're looking up to, you're going to toss them in the drain. Let me speak my truth. If what I'm about to say will be the end of Adunni as an actor, as a filmmaker, so be it. But for someone to make a false accusation against me, I don't do it. A lot of entertainers will say, good publicity, bad publicity is all publicity. Not for me. The only person who is saint is God Almighty. We as humans, we have things that we do that is against God. But God in heaven knows that I do my very best to make sure that a lot of things that I do are more on the positive side than the negative. I am someone who hates to be involved with a married man. I left my relationship with my ex because of the infidelity issues and, of course, domestic violence. I don't want to cap on that. I am against it. If I have ever been with someone who was considered legally married, if I was ever in a talking process or whatever, it was that the person was fully separated from whoever he was with and they were not together. Several times I have been put in the same box with someone that I had nothing to do. And I've always kept quiet for the sake of, okay, don't talk, you're a celebrity, don't talk. But you have to understand, I have children. And I'm trying to raise the best kings that I can possibly raise. That aside, you see this color? I don't see it. When I see a black person, a dark-skinned person, I don't think there's anything different from both of us, except the color. And anyone who knows me knows that I try my possible best to make people feel comfortable around me. Let me make this clear. The easiest people that I get along with are those the society calls street people. It's almost as if street is written on my name because that's the people that I gravitate towards. Anyone who knows me over the years, I have always spoken loudly. I have always embraced being someone from Agege. I speak highly about being from Agege. I have lived in the parts that people would never want to be associated with. Coming to Nigeria, the first place that we lived was in Maltu, then Badagry. I have lived in Alagbado, Crossing, Alagbado Ijayi, Penn Cinema. That's where I rep. And one thing that I learned from my father is to always stay true to yourself. A lot of people like me, I don't like to speak on what I have had, but I am from a wealthy home. My father is well-to-do. My father trained me well in wealth. I experienced wealth from a very young age. But the moment I got pregnant, when I was in the university, my father said, if you're grown enough to lay it and do the do, and it leads to a pregnancy, you should be grown enough to raise your child on your own. And I decided that that's what I'm going to do. And ever since then, my son is going to be 16 in a few months. I have never asked my father for anything. When I left my ex, I made it a conscious effort that whoever I end up with will respect me, will regard me. He will not belong to someone else. I don't know if it happens in America. It's not something that I see often. But there's this stereotype on single women, like single mothers, that the only person that goes after them, dates them, accommodates them are married men. Go check out the statistics. There are quite a few actresses that I have had encounters with who tell me that the only person that gravitates towards them are married men, and they don't know how to look for single guys. But there's a big prayer that I made at one point in time, that whoever I end up with, he would not be someone else's husband. He would not belong to someone else. If he had kids, fine. Shit happens. I got mine. And God Almighty has blessed me with the best person that I could ever come across. No human being is perfect, but he is perfect for me. And he does not belong to anybody else. He is nobody's husband. He is nobody's baby daddy. He is all mine. And I protect that. And that's how we're going to keep that. Now, for that accusation, Munirat, or whatever her name made, let me tell you something. Just like Iyabo Ojo said, that MC Olomo is a giver. I can attest to that. I have a whole bunch of boys in Agege that I feed, that I clothe, that I give money to, steady, regularly. The wives give birth, I'm the one paying hospital bill. I'm the one sorting out their bills. All these things, I do it. It got to a point where it was just too much, and I said, look, find something to do. Find you a job. And one of them came to me. You've seen him in my videos several times. And he said he wanted to work at the union thing where they take money from bus drivers, keke napeps, okadas, and things of that nature. And I said, okay, well, do it. He said the only person that you could get that job from was MC Olomo. I got MC Olomo's contact from Coco Zara because we've been on set before. Coco Zara is actually someone, he's like a G to me. Coco Zara will tell you, Adunni, we're going. He's someone that knows me because of film industry, because he also plays in Yoruba films. I called him. I introduced myself to MC Olomo, and he gave me the audience. And he asked me to bring the boys down to his office. And as God will have it, where I used to live is like the opposite side of the road of where their main office is. Do you think someone of my caliber, someone of my status, will go to a public place like that, where there are like hundreds of people, and I'm there? He's a public figure in his own right. He's a boss, and I would take myself there if I was dating him or if I had anything to do with him. He gave me the attention, and he gave those boys jobs. Give me 1 second here. I'm not sure who's calling me. Are you calling me? Please, I'm on the phone. What's up? Okay, no problem. I'll call you. Thank you. This man was kind enough. There were tons of people in that office. Do you think I would stoop so low to go somewhere like that in the public if I had something to do with him? Because whatever it is I want to see him for, it could not wait till later. He was kind enough. He gave them jobs. There was a film person there, a male director with me that day when we went, because we left from set. I thanked him, and that was it. A month later, my guy in Agege called me and said they still had not given them the jobs. The people they assigned them to was not making them work, blah, blah, blah. You know, all this back and forth. I said, guy, I don't like disturbing people. Sometimes I feel like I'm not even supposed to come in as a woman because I behave like a man. I said, I don't like disturbing people. I don't want to call Mama Ejoy Jontori alone. I called MC again. I said, please, these people, they have not given them the jobs. He asked us to come again. I took these guys there again. And in my presence, MC called them and said, I gave you an assignment to give these guys work. Why haven't they started? And that was sorted. And that was in broad daylight, in front of people. I drove in there with my car, and I drove out in my car. When he lost his mom, that's MC, he had invited me. It was during Ramadan. I guess he had opened up like a mosque or something in her honor and asked I should come pray. It was late. I got there late, rather. When I got there, they were just leaving the mosque. Like I said, Coco Zara is like my G. I have never had anything to do with him. Never. He would tell you all the time, anyway, Tumuju, like I just say like it is. Like I'm not someone who would give you the chance to speak to me all stupid or not. I don't do that. Anyways, at MC Oluomo's mother's funeral service, the speech afterwards where the imam came, you know, Islamically the women sit to one side, the men sit to the other side. I had never been in such a gathering before, and he's the only person that I knew. And he said, Adunni, sit down. I sat where the men were. Someone even came and said, Madam, and Coco Zara said, no, leave her. And I sat there beside him. It was during Ramadan. Even if I don't have the fear of anything, are you telling me I don't have the fear of God? I honored the invitation to come perform my salat there. Unfortunately, I got there late. I wasn't able to pray with them. And then I decided to stay for the wasi. And after that, I got in my car and I left. The traffic that day was hell. And the very last time that I have seen him was during Ramadan 2021, which was around maybe March, April, I'm not for sure. The mosque beside where I used to live at Okoba GRA Scheme 1, the estate manager had come to me and said he heard that I was friends, emphasis on friends, with MC Oluomo, and that they had a Ramadan lecture, they needed funds, and they had dropped a letter, but the letter had not been attended to, and they were running out of time, they needed money. Can I please help them solicitate for the funds? Right in his presence, I called, Salaam alaikum sir, and I told him what it was. He asked me to come, got in my car, went across, and when I got there, I handed him the envelope. They gave me one to donate. And he asked me, because they put a specific figure there. He said, Adunni, how much should I give them? I said, well, you look like someone who can accommodate the whole 1 million they wrote on there. You know, if your spirit leads you. He said, he laughed and he said, well, you know, I'm not the only person they would have written this to, but let me support. MC Oluomo was kind enough to give them 250,000 naira. He asked me, Adunni, are you going to donate too? I said, yeah, I got mine. He said, here, add 100. And he gave it to me, and I gave it to them. Thanked him, and that was the last time I set my eyes on him. That was 2 years ago. I gave it to the estate manager, Kalas. That was it. That was it. In December, while I was filming, Tokumbo, I got a call from Murphy Afolabi. Murphy Afolabi asked me if I was available that day in the evening to come out for a private dinner with the president-elect at Eco Hotel with other, should I say, prestigious entertainers. I was kind of shocked that he called me because everybody knows I don't do politics. It's not my thing. I don't converse. I don't talk about it. I'm not interested. I really don't like politics. And I asked him, I said, Kilewi, and he repeated himself, and he told me on the phone that MC Olomo asked him to call me. And I said, I am filming, I am on set. Unfortunately, I cannot be there. That was my own polite way of declining. Murphy Afolabi asked me if I could take permission from whoever owns the film. And I told him, I said, I just told you that I am filming with Ramsey Noah. I have signed an agreement on specific dates that I'm going to be on set. If I leave this set, I can be decasted, I can be fired. And I was paid heavy for the project. I'm not about to lose my chances with work over a dinner. I'm not going to do that. And I respectfully declined. And that was it. I have never spoken good or bad about any political party. I have never said anything good or bad about anyone. On Saturday, I was pained. Actually, on Sunday, I was pained. I was heavily pained because I was sick and still forced myself to go out there and vote. And then to come back and be told that my vote was void, or that my vote did not even count, or that the election did not even take place at my polling unit. And that was what prompted me to come on here and do the live video. I did not mention anyone's name. APC is not the only political party in Nigeria. There's Labour Party, there's PDP, there's NNRP, there's Z something. It was at that polling unit that I was learning of different parties. And yes, I did say what I said. Did I hit a nerve in what I said? Maybe. But the person that I was addressing knows themselves. Because I was disappointed in the person. I wasn't happy with what was going on. The fact that the whole country isn't happy. The fact that people, I understand, what people are feeling, how upset people are, no one is happy. Everyone is sad. I understand that. But I felt bad that everyone is attacking this person and that person. But you also got to understand where people are coming from. So because I mentioned the fact that somebody got paid 80K, 90K after working hard for 2 months, if that's what's pissing a lot of you off, I don't know. I don't know. I'm pained. If someone else would even listen very well to what I'm saying, maybe I'm even trying to pass the message across to the person who decided to bless all these people that supported him. But no, everybody saw it as an attack on APC. I have nothing against anyone. APC, Labour Party, PDP, NRP, ADC, ZZZ. I have nothing against everyone. I said it in my video, if there was another way to elect a president that did not have to do with voting, I would rather prefer that. But because I'm speaking my mind, I'm having people send threats, doing videos, and not even understanding the consequence of that action. And then some people think it is all fun, it is all games, it's all for laughter. And then someone is coming out here telling me that someone has my picture, me sitting next to him. I would never deny him. Coco Zara, I would never deny. I do have his number. When Dewumi had issues last month in the Yoruba industry, I called Coco Zara. Egbon, how far? He pretended not to know who I was. I pleaded. I said, can you please speak to your brother? You know, she didn't mean it this way. This is what's going on. He said he didn't want to get involved, that what she said was too much. And that was the end. So if me speaking up for Nigerian people is a crime, and then I have to keep going back and forth, and then there's an idiot saying I got pregnant by someone's husband, I had an abortion, and all this bull crap. Like what the hell? What the hell is it? Are you telling me that you cannot live your life as a good person? So you've searched left, right, front, back. You cannot find anything negative to say about me. The next thing you tell me is that I slept with someone's husband, I got pregnant, and I had an abortion. Please, at one point in time did that happen? Because 12 years ago, I had a medical procedure to stop me from having kids. And that is why I made an emphasis on the fact that I'm going to sue her. All they have to do right now is have heard the papers. I'm going to sue you for every goddamn thing you have. I'm still saying it again, because I got to make a scapegoat out of you. Are you telling me that I work day in, day out, every single day? I'm sick, I'm on set. I'm taking IVs, I'm leaving the hospital, I'm going to set. Because this is the only thing that I know how to do. It's so bad that when people offer me money, when men offer me money just to show me as a kind gesture, I take it personal. I say, no, thank you. Why don't you give someone else who needs it? I come from a home of contentment. My father raised me well. As wealthy as my father was at that time, and still is, contentment was key for me. You manage and you do with what you have. And you keep working hard for a better tomorrow. When I say I mind my business, I literally mind my business. It is so bad that I don't have friends. I have said this several times. Ori mi o fe ore. Ori mi ko, eleda mi ko. Because it always ends bad. I am too plain. I am too open. I am too kind. I can give you the shirt off my back. There are tons of people who would testify to this. The amount of things that I do for people in this country, I can't begin. I'm not Dangote, but the little that I can do for people, I do. I take care of a whole lot of people, a whole lot. Why are you bent on just making me look bad? The video that Coco Zara said, that he put out there, and he said, you will imagine sorry, it's about sorry, wakolo kudanu, agbalagba niyi Coco Zara. So nítorí ẹ fẹ́ catch cruise, ẹ fẹ́ borúkọ mi jẹ́, ohun kan tó spit jáde láti ẹnu yín. Ẹ bí ọmọ now. You have daughters. How would you feel if outsiders are speaking trash about your children? How would you feel? How would you feel if someone was referring to your own daughter as a slut, as a harlot? How would you feel? I have done nothing but respected everybody. Anybody who has come in contact with me, I make sure that I leave an everlasting impression on you. I am the kindest. I am the sweetest person. I am someone you would want to have by your side, in your corner. I will fight for you when I feel like they're treating you bad. So are you telling me that because I spoke up for the Nigerian people, I have to be bashed? I have to be lied on? And you're telling me that you go to bed at night and you put your head on the pillow and you sleep well. Is that what you're saying? Tí a bá ṣe nǹkankan ní ilé ayé yìí, ẹ jẹ́ á bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run Ọba. Nítorí ọ̀la. On the day of judgment, t'Ọlọ́run bá pe gbogbo wa, tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń play life fún wa. How would you feel that you try to destroy somebody else all because of enviness, all because of jealousy? I'm not fighting for myself. I'm fighting for you. I'm fighting for your children. I am fighting for my children. You're right. I can get up. I can dust my American passport and I can say deuces. I can decide to move back to the States and focus on influencing and get shitload of money. I can go to Hollywood. Hollywood might take a little bit of time, but with the same dedication that I have given Nollywood here, I can be bigger there. Koko Zara said, "Eniti walking in English mo to lumo." Koko Zara, do you know how much I get paid in the English industry? Do you know the grace that sits upon my head? Do you know how much I get paid? I live a very subtle life. Mi in toro kito je. I said it the other day. To ba je indomie ni mo ni, ohun ni mo ma je. Mi ni ba yin mu gàrí. Because mi le jìyà tó yẹn. But tí n bá ní, indomie ma wà nílé mi ma jẹ. Ó dẹ̀ ma tẹ́ mi lọ́rùn. Tínú mi ò bá dùn, ma bọ́ sórí ẹní mi, ma kírun sọ́lọ́run mi. I talk to my God. All I do on this social media is post my pictures, post my work, post my kids periodically, and keep it moving. I don't hate anyone. I don't think I'm better than anyone. If this is the price that I have to pay for looking like this, maybe God should take it away. Because is it worth it? The people I'm fighting for, the people I'm fighting for, this is how you pay me back? By making false accusations against me? What is wrong with people? What is actually wrong with people? What is wrong with people? Why do people feel the need to just destroy people? Where other people are making shitload of money on this social media, making good old dollars, you sit here behind fake accounts and you write trash about another woman, and you're a woman yourself, and you beef people. I had to start from scratch. I did not live off of my father's wealth. Everything I have, everything I own, all mine. Me yankolo. Me ingban koninko. I don't. And if you see me associate myself with someone, I want you to know that it's from the deepest of my heart. My heart is too big. I have so much love to give. It's just quite unfortunate that a lot of people in Nigeria don't receive that. They don't appreciate that. So I'm going to leave this here. If you think spitting out false information about me is the only option you have, and you think you're going to get away with it, I'm saying it here again. You're not going to. I know the court system takes forever, and I am willing to sit there for as long as it's going to take me to take every goddamn thing you own. To whoever, any blogger, any actor, any actress, whoever you may be. If you think you're about to ruin my name, ruin my reputation, ruin my brand, or cause me to lose brand deals or whatever, I'm going to take you for everything you got. I'm going to let the Nigerian court system deal with you. Because I believe in the Nigerian system. I believe in the Nigerian government. So please, tread carefully. I'm going to say it now. I have nothing against any political party. I'm not for one and I'm not for the other. I'm only for the right person. If the current president-elect is going to be the one to save Nigeria, let the will of God be done. If it's going to be the next person after him, let the will of God be done. You didn't face the other people who's been speaking. You felt, let me pick on this half-caste, as you people will call it. This one that thinks she's all that. This one that's always wearing fine clothes. The most expensive clothes she will post on Instagram. Should I shock you? All those expensive clothes, especially those ashwebi, they're free. I don't pay a dime for it because what I wear turns into money for the makers. And if I want to wear a designer, I work for it. You wonder how I make it. I make money off of social media. All my social media accounts are verified except Twitter. And I make dollars from every one of them. So before you start making accusations and telling me to print out my bank statement, think again. The money MC Olomo gave the mosque was given to me in cash. 350,000 naira. And that is what I gave to the mosque. So before you start charting shit, get your facts right. And to whoever keeps claiming that they've seen the color of my underwear, are you that desperate? Are you fantasizing over me that much? It is not that serious. There's so many mixed race women out here. Adunni Obagba, the next person would. Please, I'm saying it calmly now. Let the rumors, let the lies, let it stop. Let us be guided. Thank you, everyone. And you guys have a good night.